Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is set number 1 on Mines. Bought a bag last year as the blue side starting to the south.
Yeah, and not tonight. I've got a headache. Color-coded yellow to the north. Look at these tanks. Very, very, very surprising. A T-34.
Whoa.
A T-34. That's the first time we see this tier 8 on the not tonight side, accompanied by an IS-6.
Whoa.
By Das Llama. That's very, very unorthodox. A pair of 50s 100 and a 1390 to complete the lineup. Now when it comes to BoughtABag, that's much more standard considering Mines. A pair of 1390s, a TCC9, T32 and a 5100.
Yeah, so really interesting pickups coming out from the not tonight side. We do see a very spread out positioning coming up from BoughtABag very early on here. They have tanks pretty much all over the map right now. Gaosho taking the northern part of this hilltop, taking a few shots there to the face, down to about, down to 463 health there. He has to be careful. If he takes one more shot, man, I don't know.
Yeah, he was a little too ambitious on that one, I think. Just venturing way to the north, and he got punished quite immediately. Now, as for these new unorthodox tanks, well, not new because obviously they've been around for a while. But
I've seen a lot of these tanks, at least online, but never in competitive play. I think they're just a little bit more bulkier, and maybe I don't know if they have more or less firepower than the IS-3 and the T-32 counterparts.
Well, starting with the IS-6, pretty much, it's the second best damage per minute tier 8. For a heavy tank, pretty much. So right behind the KV-5. So in terms of armor and also damage per second, it's extremely tanky. It's devastating tank. The thing is, in terms of
WayJ10 starting to take this damage now.
In terms of cons, when it comes to the IS-6, so it's got extremely low ammo, so that's a minus. And then pretty much the turret and the driver's hatch are very weak. So if you
hit the top part of the tank,
pretty much like a KV-5.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the KV-5's hit
Oh
points.
my God! I can't believe that the T69 on the BoughtABag side actually already going down now. That's a huge loss, actually. Had one of the AMX-13s gone down, they could have actually probably come back into this, but I mean, that T69, I think it's a little bit too big of a loss for them. Yeah, and they're actually slowly progressing forward now. Not tonight. Now up the hilltop. Earlier on, at least in the very early stages of this set, BoughtABag completely monopolized this hilltop, and it didn't allow Not Tonight to actually progress at all up this hilltop. But now that they've done plenty of damage on the two AMX-13s, and they've now taken down the T69, they have no problem in taking this position.
Well, and now for the T-34, I'm pretty sure our viewers are pretty curious about that one. It's a tank that you've seen quite a lot on those video clips in between the games that we've played since the open season. It's a great tank because it's got extremely good penetration, and the front of the turret, pretty much like its cousin, the T-32, almost impenetrable.
All right, Das Llama taking huge amounts of damage now. Not tonight, starting to take damage here. WayJ10 now battling against Under the Thumb.
Crimson T, who tried to flank to finish him off, but it didn't work out, so he's going to go down.
Crimson T going down.
He goes down as well, so that's a pretty crippling blow as well for the BoughtABag side. 2 tier 8s going down for BoughtABag. It's looking very grim for their side at this point. Now, if you want to take a shot at Das Llama, pretty much, with his T-34, you should aim for the hull, because that's the weakest part of this tank as well. That's pretty much the con when you roll out with a T-34. Which is very similar to the T-32 as well. So it's better suited for maps like Ents when you've got balconies and whatnot, because the turret is so very solid, or even like Prokhorovka, for instance, because the upper part of the turret is very, very well protected, but the hull, it remains vulnerable.
Yeah, definitely so here. Not tonight, still with about I think it's a 9 tier point advantage at this point. Actually, no, it's about...
No, it's a 7 tier point advantage.
Is it?
Yeah, it is a 7
tier point actually another tier going down. Well, that is not good. They do trade for Under the Thumb.
Now it's a 15 tier point advantage. So looking pretty grim, although they did, well, just, this is hopeless.
Under the Thumb was taken down though, but 3 for 1, not a worthy trade at all. Ben Click about to go down here as well. Yeah, only 2 tanks now remaining on the BoughtABag side.
Emasculated.
Yeah. A lot of very clever names.
Indeed. Very witty. Definitely. And Das Lama with his T34 who's just, well, I don't know, hugging the wall here a bit. Well, I think I'm assuming he can afford to do that as well.
And all these Not Tonight members, all they gotta do is just wait.
He's having trouble actually. He's stuck.
Is he actually stuck?
Yeah, no, he's stuck, and Emasculate is trying to push him.
Oh, is he actually? Did he go down at too much of a steep angle?
Exactly. He went off the ridge, and now he's stuck. He can't
actually,
move.
had that happened during the firefight, that would have been actually
pretty
devastating.
Hilarious. Well, funny for us, not funny for him, but. And look at that Miko here. Perhaps will take a shot. You got B44 lining up with his 5100.
I mean, even if high maintenance goes down here,
it's not going to change anything.
Yeah. Oh, he does go down.
They're just so healthy, and Gao Xiao is virtually 2 shots away from dying.
Yep. Even one if he gets a direct hit.
Das Lama finally getting on his wheels again.
Oh, yeah.
On his track, should I say.
Gao Xiao here, over here to the western violator. You can't see it on your map right now, but the other 3 members of the Not Tonight side are just camping on the hilltop.
Okay, and if they're
that's
smart,
exactly what they should do.
Yeah, and if they're smart, they're gonna huddle together and stick together. Because
the last thing they want to do is split up and then get picked off.
Exactly. Because you know, with the mobility of the 1390, although Gao Xiao is like 2 shots away from dying, he can still outmaneuver them because he's got that 5100 lining up for sniping.
Exactly. I mean, for example, if Gao Xiao can get even 2 of those remaining members on the Not Tonight side down to like 1 shot away from dying.
Because then he's just like unleashing that autoloader.
B44 can come in and just finish off those tanks with the autoloader like you just mentioned.
But I'm very pleased to see that Not Tonight is not falling for that. Actually, it's just playing very wisely.
Yeah.
They're sticking together. They know they've got the advantage.
Yeah, as long as they just stay put, stay together, don't risk anything too much, they should be fine. And especially with Emasculated, at full health still, as long as they just stay behind that particular tank, they should be completely fine.
And look at that, not surprising, Das Lama is the one retreating because he's the least healthy and with his T34, but it's going to be hard for them to pick up Gao Xiao from such a distance, but...
they do.
They do. Well, ultimately, he would have had to come out in the open anyways, so now it's all come down to B44, who's got a full clip, but, what can he hope to do against 4 heavy tanks?
Absolutely nothing here. I don't even think he might even attempt to move out. He actually might, because there still is about 2.5 minutes remaining here.
Well, I mean, he's got to.
Yeah, at least try. I mean, in the very, very, very unlikely scenario where all 3 of those tanks miss back-to-back-to-back shots, he can win this, but if that does not happen, there's no chance.
I'm surprised that they're sending Das Lama over, though. I mean, obviously they've got the overwhelming advantage, but so it doesn't really matter that much. But still, you want to be a perfectionist up to the very end. That's how you tackle the best teams out there. So, but I do like the Not Tonight display so far. They've been very, very solid, especially in the initial skirmish on the central hilltop. They've won the firefights fair and square, and although we had never seen them before in the regular league and in a broadcasted official competition here for this season 2, they're performing great.
Yeah, definitely. So a slight misplay, though, I do have to say, coming out from BoughtABag, because Danny He in that T69, he was taken down almost immediately in the set without doing anything. I mean, he just got picked off. And once Danny He got down, I believe it was one of the AMX 13s. I'm not sure if it was Gao Xiao or Wei Jie Chen, but one of those
Wei Jie Chen, who was on top of the hill.
And he just took way too much damage there.
He got down to about like 300 or 400 from the very get-go, and that's just obviously a crippling blow because you need those tanks. I mean, like pretty much like Batman and Robin has proven us in the previous match, in our first match today, time and time again. With those, you can't go. I mean, you can go for the top of the hill, but it's a risky maneuver. It's much better to go to the sides and try to flank.
At least with those aimers.
Exactly. If you're gonna send anybody, it might as well be a T69.
Or if you want to go for that top of the hilltop with those MX-13s, wait for heavy tanks to at least cover your back, because if you make it up there and you have no cover, then it's easy. I mean, you can still make it down like the ridge and stuff, but we've seen even teams trying to either run away or chase enemies down the ridge, then they fall and take even more damage. So
indeed.
Well, a lot of things come into play with this hilltop.
That is true, and once again, but we often see like the 1390s try to race towards that hilltop from the get-go, but I do agree he was way too alone.
Yeah, so with both autoloaders just trading the shot after shot after shot, and finally the last tank going down.
Emasculated.